All right, peace, family. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come in. Surprise, surprise. I know a lot of you guys are at work and everything right now. 305 Capricorn, peace, family. Yvette Beast Creation, peace, peace. Feeling great, feeling great. Peace. Mia Love, peace. Gerald J, peace. Love, live life. Peace, peace, family. Surprise, surprise. I know y'all surprised to see me doing a live right now. Carmen Lopez, peace. Let's see here. There's too many to see. Up into Unicorn, peace. Who else? Much love. IMG. Much love, family. I know my I got a person that comes in and keeps an eye on my channel. She's probably at work right now. But I had to get out and do this. I'm gonna talk a little bit, family. I'm not gonna be here too long. Keys to the spiritual game. I'm gonna come on here real quick and just talk to you guys. Can't believe you're on. You don't like lives. No, I don't. No, I don't. Lady T, peace, family. Peace, peace. 2020. Conjure Queen, peace, family. Darnell Draws, peace, family. I want to send a shout out to Love Live Life, man. Anybody on here, y'all go subscribe to their channel. They very genuine people over there. Great couple. And Brother Dreamwise be dropping some good information on his channel. And they're consistent. They're not like Brother Yusuf. Brother Yusuf not consistent with uploading. Love Live Life, they be dropping them bombs, y'all. They be dropping knowledge weekly. Go check out their Sunday service. Go check out their Sunday service, y'all. I also want to apologize to people who couldn't see the last video. I really don't know what happened. YouTube was hating on me. Also shout out to Dreamwise. Shout out to his wife, Divine Relationship Alchemist. Y'all go check her channel out also. Brother Yusuf just chilling, had a few minutes to come online and do a quick live stream. But yeah, y'all check out Love Live Life. Those are good, genuine people over there that's giving y'all some good information. But yeah, so I want to apologize to everybody that couldn't see the video. I really don't know what happened. May Gold was trying to pun you, brother. Yes, sir. What's up, my brother? All the way over there in Sweden. What's up? What's up? So, yeah, I don't know what happened, y'all. I don't know what happened. YouTube was hating on the brother. Wouldn't let me, some people couldn't see it. All I can say is that some people tried to, go to a different browser to view the video. A lot of people really wanted that ritual, and I don't know, some people couldn't see it. I don't know what happened, y'all. I really don't know what happened. Now I'm starting to realize I may have to put a protection around my YouTube channel if it's going to be like that. You know what I mean? So I'm at the, so yeah, I may have to put protection around my YouTube channel, So I'm going to try to answer questions on here as I see them. But I just want to give you guys some spiritual encouragement today and, and just talk to you guys a little bit about some keys to the spiritual game. Some encouragement for all my people out there that's growing spiritually. Brother Yusuf is giving a lot of information to the babies coming up, the intermediates coming up in spirituality, trying to give you guys some game, so you guys can be solid. Conjure Queen, thank you. Yes, y'all shout out to Conjure Queen. Y'all check her channel out too. Powerful sister. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely put some protection around my YouTube channel. Never thought about it, to be honest with you. Never thought about it. So I'm gonna definitely do that. I didn't know YouTube was gonna hate on me like that. You know what I mean? It's all good. So yeah, I want to give you guys some keys to some spiritual game. I'll be talking about this in my next video, y'all. The pentagram. Don't sleep. It doesn't matter if it's this way or this way. Right? Brother Yusef gonna break down the science of the pentagram and how a lot of people sleep on this pentagram. And there's some things you can do with this pentagram that's extreme. This is made out of pewter, which they used back in the day as a spiritual metal. You can charge pewter in a lot of ways. But some people sleep on this this pentagram. This is something I wear at least weekly, a pentagram, I have upside down pentagrams too. I actually had one. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm gonna break that down, the science of the pentagram. It's gonna be some good information. I'm gonna break that down in my next video. I want you guys to get y'all a pentagram, man. Don't sleep. This is a powerful shield in magic. A powerful shield in magic. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's this way, if it's this way, if it's right side up or right side down, it can be used in magic in very powerful ways. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to check that out. Get y'all a pentagram, right? So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that, if you're going to be in a spirituality, you got to find some type of passion in spirituality. You don't have to be like Brother Yusef where you were studying everything. Okay, some people are just not about that. Some people are just not about studying everything. Some people are just about healers. They're just about studying healing. Some people are about studying the dark side. Some people are about studying the right side or the light side. Some people are about, Wicca, or, they want to study alchemy. Whatever it is, if you're studying this spiritual stuff, definitely try to get into some type of passion about at least one thing. It could be healing, like I said. It could be witchcraft. It could be sorcery. It could be herbs, working with herbs. Whatever it is in this metaphysical tree. There's different branches to the tree. Whatever it is, you guys need to find at least something passionate about one thing. This is how you guys are going to grow spiritually. So find a passion. Find something that makes you passionate in spirituality. Like I said, some of you guys are healers, and you may not get as deep down and dirty with maybe the dark magic. Or some of you guys are healers, you may not get down with the witchcraft, right? Some of you guys are witches, and you may not get down with the healing aspect of it, right? And I just want to say that's cool. That's all. It's all good. You don't have to get down like that, But find a passion in something spiritual if you're going to be starting out in this thing. If you're 10, 12 years in or whatever or more, I expect you to be studying a lot of different things. But if you're just starting out, don't overdo it. Don't stress yourself out trying to grow. Find one thing you're passionate about and go from there. Okay. Another thing is I want you guys to always read, study, and reflect. Right? Read. Definitely read. Before I started this video, okay, Brother Yusef was getting it in. All right. That's what I do. Right? Because I'm passionate about this stuff. So I get it in with the books and the magic and the spirituality. So I want you guys to always read. Okay. Read helps you grow mentally. It helps you understand what's going on. Then I want you guys to really get deep into your reading. All right. Sometimes you may read a book, and then sometimes you study. Studying means you're breaking down magical terms, you're breaking down magical formulas. You're trying to figure out certain energies that reflect on the moon or the sun, and you're studying. You guys need to be doing that, okay? But start with one thing. Okay, don't be going here and there and studying it, because you're going to confuse yourself. You're going to get stressed out. You're going to get frustrated. So I want you guys to focus on one thing first and pretty much get very, very good at that thing. All right. So I want you to read, find a good book on whatever it is you're passionate about in spirituality. If you're watching my channel, if you're watching anybody's channel, you're passionate about a certain thing for a certain reason. Okay. So read, study. I'm giving you guys the tools I did when I started. So read, study, and I want you to reflect on what you read and study. Because when you reflect, you're going to start to become wise. You're going to learn how to use what you've studied. So you have information. There's some people out there that got information, okay, and that's cool. Then you have people out there that have a lot of knowledge, right? They know things, right? It's not even that they believe or they're regurgitating something. They know, right? They know things. Then you have people that um then you have people that have a lot of wisdom in certain things, which meaning that they know how to use. Okay, they know how to use um certain things. So let's see here. Um I can't read that name. Let Stock Sister. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, family. Thank you very much. So you have people that have a lot of wisdom, and they can actually use the information they have and what they know. They can use it, and that's where wisdom comes into play. Knowing how to use what you've learned over time. Okay, this is very important. I want you guys to understand that. So read, study, and reflect, y'all. Another thing is I want you to get past fear and live it. Meaning that it's a lot of magicians that are in the corner. Maybe some of you are afraid of what people may say about you, right? But this is 2020, y'all. Like, it's people out here living their best life in all kind of ways, and some of the ways that they're living their life, people disagree with it. Okay, but that's okay. That's them. They're living their life. They're God having an experience. They chose to come down as God and have an experience as a certain person. This is what they're doing, right? They're having an experience as a certain person. So this is what they're doing. So live your best life. If you're magical and you're spiritual, you like the dark side, you like the right side, you like angels, demons, whatever it is, live it to the best of your ability. And don't be afraid of your family. Get past fear. That's really what Brother Yusuf is saying here. Get past fear, y'all. Get over fear. And I wrote some notes down so I can make sure that I can remember what to tell you guys. I really want you guys to get over fear. Fear is very important to get past as we move forward, because like I said, as you guys really get deep into fear, you're going to understand that fear is nothing but an illusion. Okay? It's nothing but an illusion. All right? I really want you guys to get over that. Get past fear, get over fear, and become a magician, right? Become a sorcerer, become a wizard, right? Become the god and goddess that you are, right? Fear is very important. And we all have things that make us afraid. When we face those things, it helps us grow. Always understand that. Brother Yusuf has faced many things spiritually that people would be terrified of. And that's a fact. And these things helped me grow. I got past these things, okay? I got over these things. I faced them straight up. Whether it was my depression. That's right, Brother Yusuf was extremely depressed and tried to commit suicide in the early 2000s. I had to face my demons, though. For people out there that's depressed, you're not facing your demons. Face your demons. Face that thing that's making you depressed. Maybe it's low self-worthiness. And let me say this too: if you are depressed, it's really a thing from darker forces that want to keep you down, so you don't become who you're going to become. Right, Brother Yusuf still have a struggle dealing with people. I'm a very antisocial person. That's actually why I don't like being live. But I know it's necessary. Sometimes I got to come on here. I got to encourage the people. And, and this is what I love to do. So I love helping people, but I don't like being in front of a lot of people, right? But this is what I do. I want to help y'all. I want you guys to grow. So fear is a very important thing to get over, right? And once you get past that fear, whatever you're practicing, whatever you read it, do it over and over and over until you master it, right? Do it over and over and over until you master it, right? There's a lot of things that I'm just not going to show on the internet. Right? I'm not going to show on the internet. But a small little tidbits, things I've showed you guys, is to encourage you guys and give you guys evidence of what's possible. Right? I showed you guys a picture one time of me transforming fire into a bird. Right? And this is very real. Not only can you transform fire into a bird, but you can transform fire into whatever you want. Right? But it's not about turning fire into a bird. It's about testing your magic, testing your willpower, right? Testing your spiritual energy. How far have you come spiritually? Let's test it, right? So you start doing things, you trying out different spells, and as you try these spells, you start realizing, oh my God, I can really push this spell out the way I want to, because you have spiritual energy now, And shout out to all the vegans and and the Christians. These are my arch enemies on my channel, the vegans and the Christians. I love the vegans, right? I love the Christians, right? But some of y'all need to grow in y'all understanding, right? I got a lot of vegans that try to attack me, and say, well, how many fruits and vegetables do you eat? It don't matter, brother. It don't matter, sister. You know, and I can prove that plants feel pain. So it don't matter what you eat, and you're destroying it, right? That's a fact. So shout out to y'all because y'all need to get over y'all humanity, right? Thinking everything's about fruits and vegetables. And I broke down the science in one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was, but I talked about being a breatharian. And you think you're really doing something by being a vegan or, or vegetarian, which is great. I commend that. I recommend everybody be one if they want to. But if you really want to take it to another level, you're gonna live like a plant does. You get energy from the sun, you breathe, and that's it. There are people all around the world that's actually doing this right now. They are living as breatharians. This is a whole nother science that people don't even understand. You can be a breatharian, right? Now, if you was a breatharian and you was attacking me, I would humble myself. I will humble myself because I know you on a whole nother level. Like you dealing with an energetic worker on a whole nother level. If you're a breatharian and you coming at me, but then again, if you're a breatharian, I know you wouldn't even come at me in that way, right? So what I'm really saying is there's different ways to grow. There's different ways to grow. All right. There's different ways to grow. That's right. Let go and face it. You will make it through. That's so true. That's so true. You know, let go and make it. You'll make it through. You know. So shout out to my arch enemies, the vegans and the the Christians that come on here. You know, and I gotta keep erasing you niggas, off my channel. But it's all good. So practice over and over, right? Practice over and over. Whatever it is you're doing, practice this over and over and over. The word ritual means to do something over and over and over. So I want you guys to really think about this. When you're doing a ritual, you're not supposed to do it once and hope that it works. The moon magic ritual I gave you guys, you should be doing that shit over and over and over and over and over until whatever it is you want manifests. Now, why would you be doing it over and over? Because every time you do the same ritual and over, you're giving it more energy. So that's something I learned. Whenever you're doing a ritual, continue to do it. You don't do it just one time. You want money, right? You want to do a money ritual? If you want to do a money ritual, you should not be doing a money ritual one time. You should be doing a money ritual over and over and over until the money that you want manifests. As you grow spiritually, as you grow stronger, you only gonna need to do that ritual maybe once or twice. And when you get to a certain level, you can only have to do the spell once, and whatever you want will manifest. And when you get to a divine level, a higher level, you can pretty much just think what you want into existence, and it will just automatically be magnetized to you. Okay, it will automatically be magnetized to you. All right, so I want you guys to continue to practice over and over and over. Another thing is, if you're not building your energy, you ain't growing. Okay, you could be growing mentally, right? You could be growing physically, right? You get all the goddamn vegetables you want. You know what I mean? Brother, you self not impressed. Because I can still see your energy. You know how many vegans I met that's fucked up? Like, that's 100% facts. Like, vegans and Christians too. It's a lot of Christians that's fucked up, right? But if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, continue to, do what you do. Do what you do. But at the same time, if you're not working on your energy, Brother Yusef is not impressed, right? Because you need to be working on your energy to really grow yourself and grow your spiritual body. So you could be doing all the rituals you want. You could be doing rituals. You could be doing magic. You could be reading all the books you want, right? But if you ain't absorbing light, if you're not expanding your spiritual energy, then without a shadow of a doubt, you're not really growing. You're not really growing, right? You're growing mentally. You have a lot of knowledge and information, but you need to be doing energy work. So like I always tell y'all, Brother Yusef thought about what's the simplest thing that I can do. What's this simplest thing that I can do that can really help you guys grow? And I came with the idea of love of life. Thank you. I appreciate you. Who else? ES Cake Goat. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the donations, family. So if you're not doing energy work, you're not growing, right? You can wear all this shit here, right? This is a labradorite. gemstone. I wear this when I need to be focused all day, right? If I need to be focused, I wear this, right? I'm not gonna say what this is. Y'all, some of y'all think y'all know what that is. I'm saving that for a future video. This is a labradorite, and it's programmed, and this is a stone that I use when I need to keep my mind balanced for the day, right? This is orgonite. I'm pretty sure y'all heard about orgonite. This is something I created myself. I think I got black tourmaline, brass metal, fluorite. Got fluorite, and the back of it is magnetic. You know, so we got that magnetic energy. But this don't really mean nothing if you're not really growing spiritually. The whole point that Brother Yusef is aiming for is to never need this stuff. When you transform in the right way, you become the amulet, right? You become the talisman that you're trying to, you know, that you're putting on. You become those things because you know that whatever it is, you can transform that energy inside of your body, right? And that's a fact. You can transform that energy inside your body. So that's the goal that Brother Yusef is aiming towards. You know, if I do wear this in the future, to just be for, you know, for show or for, you know, certain types of energy. But for the most part, the whole aim is to be the weapon, you know, to be the weapon, you know. That's a Brother Yusef. And like I said, Brother Yusef wants y'all to get a pentagram, whether it's right side up or upside down, you know, it doesn't matter what path you follow. But the pentagram is I remember one time I had an issue with a demonic spirit that was trying to attack me, right? And I've had conversations with demons, angels, you know, but I actually know I'm not even gonna say it on here. There's a whole demonic legion that actually can help humans, right? They fight against their own, you know, I'm gonna be quiet on that. But this is a very powerful weapon. This is a shield. There's a certain reason why you see people like Captain America that has this shield that he wears, right? But it's a shield that can't be broken, right? It's the unbreakable shield. It's supposed to be unbreakable, vibranium. It's the reason why he has a pentagram on the front of that shield. It's the unbreakable shield, you know? So I want you guys to put sleep in and get y'all a pentagram. So these are the keys to the spiritual game. You know what I mean? I wanted to give you guys. I want to encourage Conjure Queen. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your family. You know, Brother Yusef, not Ray. I appreciate your family. Brother Yusef, not always able to come on here and, you know, give you guys information. I'm you know, Brother Yusef is always busy, but I love giving information to the people. So thank y'all. Thank all of you guys that's been you know, down with me from day one. I really didn't expect my channel to even get big at all. I think I've been doing this a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now, and I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. So I'm really grateful for the family coming in and showing me support and love. I really appreciate that. You know, I also wanted to share this book with you guys. Don't sleep. Please don't sleep on this book. All right. This is a great book for all you healers out there. Don't sleep on this book. You need to go order this and get this book right away. Right away. Okay. And this goes into the 3 levels of healing that I was talking about. All right. It even talks a little bit about divine healing. And I'll show you guys how. So the book of Sufi healing. All right. That's the author. Shit, I'm not about to spell that shit. So that's the author right there. I hope it's not backwards on here. But it's called the Book of Sufi Healing. It's an incredible book. The Soul of the Rose. You know. Meditation with breath and sound. The power of unconditional love to work healing miracles. That sounds interesting, don't it? You want to be a miracle worker? I told you guys about love, understanding what love is. And that's one of the biggest things that Brother Yusef has been practicing and trying to understand for years. And love is so deep. It's really hard to understand as a human. And but unconditional love is something that people get confused about, because some people think they're tapping into unconditional love and you're not. You're not. And when you can tap into that at will, you become an alchemist, right? You can transmute energy, meaning that I can touch you where you're sick at, and I can push unconditional love in your body. I can feel unconditional love, and I can transform and push it into your body and heal you from any disease I want. If Jesus did exist, that's how he did it. He was an alchemist. He turned water into wine. He was an alchemist. Only alchemy could do that. So I want y'all to get this book. If you're a healer, don't sleep. This is a great book. And study Sufism. Sufism is a great, that's another book I was reading this morning. I was reading this morning, going over it. Really good book. Really good book. I have a thing when I read, I never read a book all the way through. I read one chapter, go read something else, come back and read 2 chapters of that, go over here and read 3 chapters, come back and read the other book. That's how I do. So before I go, did anybody want to ask me any questions? Any questions? Anybody got any questions? How do you understand the Holy Trinity? God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. The Holy Trinity is really man, woman, and child on the deepest level. That's really what it is. Isis, Osiris, and Heru, or Horus, or Asar, Aset, and Heru. That's what the Holy Trinity truly is. Man, woman, and child. Or you can call it the sun, the moon, and the star. Right? That's what the Holy Trinity is. So to answer your question, that's what that is. Do you sell your pieces? No, I don't, family. I would love to, but I got too much going on, and I know that the orders will come in crazy. I don't sell them right now. So yeah. Nope, not selling the jewelry. Yep. So let's see. What are your thoughts on those of color who only practice African-based spirituality? You're limiting yourself. Period, point blank. Because everything came from Africa. What happens is that pieces of it was taken out. And the pieces of it that was taken out, they just changed the name. Pretty much. Like witchcraft comes from, and Brother Bobby broke that down, witchcraft comes from the Moors. And if you study witchcraft deep enough, or Wicca, it comes from, and Wicca and witchcraft is like 2 different sects, but Wicca's practice witchcraft. They got their own version of witchcraft. But when you break witchcraft down, and you go back as far as you can, it goes back to Egypt. Just like the pentagram. There's no culture that exists that you're not gonna find this symbol. This symbol was everywhere for a reason. All right. What are your thoughts on the book Metu Neter? Incredible book. It's one of the first spiritual books I ever read. My teacher used to make me sit down and read that book back in like 2009. And he would make me come back and he would test me on what I read. I would go over a chapter and he would test me and, on what I read, Shout out to my teacher, Imam. He with the ancestors right now, but he was much loved, still is loved. How did we get to the 9th dimension? That's not something that's easy to explain. It's levels to this shit, man. You gotta go to different levels to get to the 9th dimension. You just don't get there. When you transform into your 5th dimensional body, or your solar body, or the rainbow body, or the diamond body, like I always say, left-hand path called the diamond body. The middle path is called the rainbow body. The right-hand path is called the solar body. It's also called the perfected body, or the transfigured body, the translucent body. There's so many names for it. It's all about what school you come from. Whatever school you come from, you're going to have a different type of light. You're going to have a different type of light. How do you face spiritual fears? By facing them. That's how you read your books. Shout out to you, family. Does the metal of the pentagram matter? For example, is a silver pentagram okay for everyone? Yes. Silver pentagram, the better the metal, the better. So if you have a pentagram made out of gold, you can do a lot more with it. And pretty much a pentagram on a piece of paper is powerful. Okay? You have to activate it. You have to activate it. But a pentagram on a piece of paper is powerful. The symbol alone messes with your subconscious mind. Just by looking at, just like the Ankh. If you take a picture of the Ankh, it literally balances out. If you look at the Ankh, it balances out both sides of your brain. Just by looking at it. So if you need to balance your mind is in chaos, look at an Ankh. It'll balance out both hemispheres of your brain. That's a fact. A lottery spell. I ain't giving out no lottery spells, man. You know, I might give it to the wrong person. Shit, I need a lottery spell myself. I need a lottery spell myself. How do you start to heal yourself? You start to heal yourself by facing your fears, right? Your fears is nothing but your something that's deep buried that you don't want to deal with. It could be past life trauma. It could be something that you know exists, but you refuse to look at. Sometimes it could be something you don't even know, right? It could be something you don't even know, right? So let me give you guys something, right? Like prime example, like I don't like horror movies, right? I watch, like, my wife loved them shits, right? She loved horror movies and shit. And sometimes she'd be like, bring your scary ass downstairs and watch these horror movies with me. You know, and I'd be like, hell nah. You know, I ain't watching that shit. You know, because I don't like, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't like horror movies. I don't like horror movies because, you know, sometimes they have a lot of science in them, right? They definitely got a lot of science in them. But at the end of the day, in a past life, right, I was an executioner. That's right. So in the past life, I saw myself murdering people. Like I did it for my king, and I felt joy to kill people in my past life. I was an executioner, right? I'm sharing something with y'all. So I got past that. I paid my karma for it in different lifetimes, and I got over that, right? You'll be surprised when you look in your past life who you were. You know, you'll be real surprised. Like, you don't even understand when you look into your past. I was a Chinese woman that had 8 children. I had 8 children as a Chinese woman, right? I was a woman in one of my past lives. I had 8 kids. You know, you'll be surprised who you were in your past life. But I did that, so I hate to see people get hurt. So I used to be looking at like Freddy Krueger or Jason, and I'd be looking at him like, yo, I wish y'all would try that shit on me. Right? I'll be like, I wish y'all would try that shit on me. So I don't like to see people get hurt, right? I don't like to see people get hurt and injured. It depends on how they're getting hurt, because people fall. That's funny to everybody, right? But, you know, somebody going around with an axe killing people, that shit bothers me. My wife can watch that shit all day. I can't watch it, right? Because I get mad. I get angry. And then the reason why I get angry is because I used to do that shit for a king in one of my past lives. I worked at a castle. I don't know what castle it was, but I used to chop people's heads off, you know, and it bothered me that I did that. So a lot of us, and here I am today doing what I'm doing today. So a lot of us have messed up past lives, right? That we don't remember until you look deep inside and you understand those things. That's one of the fears I had to face. I had to understand that this shit is not real anyway. And watching horror movies is actually good for me because it helps me get past the anger. And so what I do now is when I watch horror movies, if I watch a horror movie with the wife, I transmute that shit because I know how to transmute negative emotions. So I let myself get angry and I just transform it into love, right? So if a person hate me, tell them to keep hating me. If a person, I'd rather you have love for me, you know? But if a person want to hurt me or hate me, if I get angry at a person, if a person pisses me off, I can just take that anger I have for a person, just transform it into love and use it for myself. All right, so that's something I do. Can you talk about the rainbow body? I'm gonna talk about that in the future, family. That's a future video I got coming up. A future video I got coming up. But yeah, I can't remember why I started talking about that. But yeah, so that's how you face your fears. You gotta look into yourself and understand who you really are, right? And some of the stuff about ourselves we may not like. But if we want to grow on any level, you got to get past fear. That's how you start to heal yourself. Get over fear. Face it. Face the fears that you have. Sometimes it could be the fact that you may, it could be anything. Face it, right? And that's the beginning of healing. Look it right in the face. What do you think about hoodoo and using the Bible with your spells? I think that's a good idea. Hoodoo is very powerful because it's one of the few systems where you don't need gods. You just need nature. So hoodoo is pretty much shamanism. It's actually one of my favorite forms of magic. It's shamanism. It's incredible. The shamans were the first magicians on the planet, period, point blank. Nobody was called a witch and all that back then. It was shamanism. You know, they go back to Bushism. You know, the first magicians on the planet, period, point blank. So, and also, if you're doing magic and it doesn't involve the elements, it's not real magic. You just order the book. Shout out to your family. That's what I'm talking about. Faith E. Just order the book. That's what I'm talking about. So what do you, you were about to say the simplest way to do energy work. I talked about it many times, family. The simplest way to do energy work for me is mudras, right? Literally putting your hands in certain positions and holding it. You know, holding it for 30 seconds to 2 or 3 minutes, depending on what mudra it is. You know, there's so many different types of mudras you can do. You know, you can do all kind of mudras and just, you know, hold the position of your hands together. You know, hold these positions. And sometimes when you're doing a spell, you can empower the spell by forcing your body to focus more on a specific element. You know, forcing your body to focus more on a specific element. What's your favorite Biggie song? Wow. I wasn't expect that question to pop up. One More Chance. You know? Shout out to Biggie. Have you ever heard of Bob Sanders? That sounds familiar. And what do you think about his teaching on the White Brotherhood? I've heard of the White Brotherhood. I might have a book on that. I'm not sure. I have to look deeper into that. You know, I have to look deeper into that. So yeah, family. Man, the questions are coming in. I can't answer them all. Can you do the moon ritual that you just gave out for the wolf moon that just passed? Yes, absolutely. Well, I don't understand. Like, can you do it? Or can you always do it? Absolutely. You can do it on every full moon. So for those who missed the ritual, some of you guys couldn't see it. What I was basically saying is during this full moon, I was teaching people how to make something called holy moon oil. And you can actually charge your amulets, especially silver. It's good for silver or silver looking jewelry. You can charge your amulets with this holy moon oil, right? And it consists of olive oil, silver that you heat up in the pan, right? You're going to heat the silver up just until it gets hot. You know, you're going to stir it for a minute and let the elements of the silver go into the oil. And if I say you didn't have silver, a piece of silver you can put in the oil, you can use a couple drops of nano silver, or what they call colloidal silver. All right, then you're going to take a moonstone and stick it in there. Right, and I'm giving y'all a basic way to do the holy moon oil. I have a more advanced way that I do for myself. But, you know, you can't give out all your shit all the time, man. You got to, you know, give it to people in pieces. I don't know some of y'all yet. You know what I mean? Toya, you're very welcome, family. You're welcome, family. You already know. Let's see here, because I got to go in a second here. So let's see here. I'm trying to find Courtney the Plug said, I can see you chopping off somebody's head. Nah, no, the old me, maybe, you know. But then again, if you know somebody come at you physically, you never know what you would do to protect yourself. You know what I mean? But I saw myself doing that. The whole experience, I felt the whole thing. I came out of that shit like scared and frustrated, and you know, like why would I do that? That was me. I had to accept that. You know? Do souls have a gender? No, they don't. Y'all got some good questions. You know what I mean? Y'all got some good questions. Do souls have a gender? Souls do not have a gender. If you could give them a gender, you can give them a female. That's the closest thing to, because they're not women souls, but the energy, the majority of the energy of the soul is feminine, absolutely. And you know, people get mad when I say this, but it's the truth. You know, it's a certain reason why the first 6 months, first 5 months in your mom's womb, you're always a woman. And then depending on the chromosomes, you know, you turn into a man. You know, the woman, you know, I broke that down with the video of the black dot behind me, the sun, which is Amun Ra. I'm talking about how the woman is God, you know. or even the creator. And you could say that creator gives birth to God. You know, the man is the enforcer of law. The woman is law, or Allah, or Allahs, depending on how you look at it, you know. So the woman is law. The woman is the law, you know, and she gives birth to the Son of God, you know, which is Heru, Christ, whatever. And also, when I did a video about on 2020, and some people were confused that, you know, well, I was born in the 90s, you know, what would I be? If you were born in the 90s, you're going to be a crystal child, if that's what you are. Everybody that's born in the 90s are not crystal children. But if you're watching my video, it's a good chance you are a crystal child. So if you're born in the 90s, you're a crystal child. If you're born in the 80s, you're indigo. All right. Also, indigo is stretching to the mid 70s also. If you were born before the mid 70s, you're part of the flower generation, the flower children that came down, you know, and it's pretty much started there with the flower children that gave birth to the indigos. And then some of those flower and indigo children gave birth to the crystals. And then the crystals and the indigos gave birth to, you know, the rainbow, you know, the rainbow children. So that's just to answer the question on that for some of you people that were confused. Let's see here. Let's see here. How to remove negative energy from the home. Well, that's not as easy to say because it all depends on what type of negative energy you have in your house. You have ghosts. You have real demons in your house. You could have just thought forms floating around your house. You know, but one great thing you guys can do, and I think I said this before, sage is good, you know, but at the same time, like I always say, it's pretty much basic. Everybody knows about sage, you know. Palo Santo is a step up. You can burn Palo Santo because it gets rid of negative energy and it brings positive energy in, right? But if you really want to kick some people out your house, some spiritual entities out your house, I'm gonna give you guys another thing, which I probably said already, but white copal. You can get some white copal, right, resin, and get you a charcoal disc, light that bad boy up. And white copal was very powerful for getting rid of thought forms, the resin. You know, tree resins are very powerful. Also, you can get some pine. You can get some pine and put it in there. So pine resin and white copal together, or even just white copal itself, is very great for getting rid of negative thought forms, elementals, negative elementals, which people don't really understand what that is. That's the entity that cause troubles around your house. You know, your porch fall in half, and you know, a tree falls and cracks a wire in the back of your house, and you know, these negative elementals, they cause negative things in nature. You know, you can get these jokers out of your house and they will be gone. Negative thought forms, you know, white copal is dope. White copal is dope. So you can burn some of that, and that's a good way to clean your house. So I thank you guys for coming on here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's see. Do you lose an ancestor if they decide to reincarnate? I'm trying to understand what you mean by that. I was just explaining this to somebody last night, actually. I was just explaining this to somebody last night. So you have a spirit and a soul. The soul it lives on. It can't die. It's forever. All energy lives, right? But the soul always goes on to another experience. What happens is when you die, there's a copy of you that is created, which is your astral form, right? Astral form is just a copy of who you are now. And your spirit gives that thing energy. So that copy of yourself goes to the astral world. Your soul can experience being there and being up on the higher realms at the same time. Your soul goes on. Maybe it gets reincarnated. Maybe it comes back. It does whatever. Or maybe it stays in the heavens for a while. But your spirit creates a copy of itself, which is the astral form, right? And that astral form is for the benefits of the people that's still alive down here. You can help them, and they can call on you, right? And then sometimes your astral form may have to experience some negative things or positive things, depending on who you were spiritually. but the soul goes on. The soul moves on. All right. So you don't really lose an ancestor if they decide to reincarnate, because the soul reincarnates. That copy that's left behind can stay in the astral world for hundreds of years, or even more if it's getting fed. Like these gods that have become, like the ancestors that have become gods, like Shango. These people were real people back in the day. Shango, Papa Legba, Baron Samedi, all these are real people back in the day. They were regular people whose astral form became so powerful because people were feeding the astral. When these people passed away, they kept feeding them and giving them energy, and they pushed themselves all the way up to a higher dimension, on a God dimension. And they became gods, right? They kept feeding. So you can do that with your ancestors. Your ancestors can go to a higher level if you keep giving them energy. You can help them get out of hell states and all kind of stuff, right? So yeah, family. Yes, consultations are still available. I'm trying to get down the line. Forgive me for anybody that I might have missed. Y'all don't even understand the amount of consultations that I got coming in, or even questions. Also, I apologize for anybody that hits me up on Instagram and I don't hit you right back. Sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes I come on Instagram to check things out and I'm back off. I can't always answer everybody's questions, but I try to answer everybody's questions when I can. All right. So the amount of messages I get every day is just unbelievable. So yeah. So shout out to y'all, family. I appreciate y'all. There's more videos to come. Like I said, I want y'all to get y'all a pentagram. We're gonna break that science down in the next video. How people sleep on a pentagram and we don't even understand the power of the pentagram. And I appreciate y'all, man. All right, brother Yusuf, gotta get out of here and go handle some things. But it was good. It was definitely good talking to y'all. And thank y'all for the questions. Can you talk about Lord Indra and how you found out about him? Lord Indra is my spiritual father, right? He's the entity that created my soul. But when I talked to him in his oversoul form, and this will be the last question I answer. When I talked to Lord Indra in my oversoul form, he told me that he was also Heru. He was also a lot of gods. But sometimes these one entity is one God called by many names. So, like prime example, my name is Joseph. My real name is Joseph. My family called me Jojo, right? My poetry name is Astrodamus, right? I got a lot of names, y'all, right? My auntie called me Rocky, right? So Rocky is another nickname I got. I got 100 names. So if all these family members lived in different cultures, I would be the same person, but they call me by different names. So that's actually how these gods are. But when you're dealing with them, you deal with them as a specific personality, right? That's how you deal with them. But if you are a child of a god of love, that could be Aphrodite, Ishtar, Heta Heru, Hathor, Venus. There's so many gods and goddesses of love, Cupid. But at the same time, it's really one person. They just call by a different name in different cultures. All right. So that's how it happens. So peace, family. I appreciate y'all. I know this is a surprise. Y'all didn't expect me to come on in the middle of the day, but I had some free time. I said, let me get on here and holler at the family. I appreciate y'all, man. I got some more good stuff coming for y'all. So until next time, peace. Peace, family.